Good day to you all. So today's session, we are here to look about the settings part of our application. So once you have logged in as admin, you could find on the left column the settings. You just go click on the settings over here. And here we have three types of settings: school setting, permission setting, and module setting. We'll go one by one. As soon as you have installed our application, the first main thing is to go on with the school setting part. So here we go to the school setting. So inside school setting, we have one more option like school setting. If you could go and click here, you could find the name of the school, what is the address, the phone number, fax if any, website, email ID, a week off. So when will be the week off in a particular week? Then WhatsApp notification, if you required, like if you want to enable the WhatsApp notification, you can make it. If you want to enable the online payment and auto attendance. So these three options, you can enable it or disable. And vehicle payment date, where you could pre-assign it over here. Then comes the logo and login code. So this logo is highly necessary, which will be reflecting in all your applications, might be the web application or mobile application. So the logo is must, and then comes the login code. You can give any login code over here, which will be used for further needs. So this is about the school setting part. As I mentioned, once you have installed the application, the main thing we go into the settings part. So in the settings part, we firstly take care of school setting. Then comes the academic year. Academic year is must and must. So which will be explaining like once you want to go to a next academic year or something. So it will be much more useful for you to handle. And here the academic year setting is like you just go to new, you give the current year, what's the month the academy will be starting, and what's the end year and the month. And you can either make it as active or deactive. So active, which means like it will come into effect by then. And if it is deactive, for example, let us assume the school is about to be start on June and now it is like April. So what do? We'll just enable the academic year as of now. We keep it in a deactive state, and once you move on to the academic year, you can make it as active. But by default, once you are installing the application for the first time, it is always well and good to keep it in an active state, so that when you add the other credentials and other details, everything will be stored in that particular academic year. And after adding, you give a save, so automatically it will get saved. So this is about the academic year list. Then comes the subject. So subject, as we know, what are the subject are currently like the students will be taking up. And here you could see few we have named over here: mathematics, English, science, computer science, Hindi, and any language, EVS, social science. So what are the language particularly as schools handle? So those things you can make a note over here, and you could give a description. So I'll just click on it. You just give a name and a description to it. So this is about the subject list. Then you have to create a class list. Class list is like classes, from which class to which class. If it is a primary, it will be till 5. So if it's a nursery, it is like LKG, junior KG and senior KG. Or we'll name it as LKG and UKG. And then if it goes beyond the high school, it comes till 10th standard. So all those things you can keep a note over here. For example, here you could see we have given a name like 5th standard. So what are the language, the subject they will be handling will be noted over here. And if there is any description, yeah, we can make it over here. And here you could see the language Tamil chosen one class and Sanskrit chosen on other class, which means the class will be differentiated. Okay, so this is about the class setting. Then comes the section. As we know, in many schools, there are like one particular class may contain like 4 to 5 sections. Sometimes it may have only 2 sections. So in that case, you can just make a note of the classes and the sections. Then comes the reference number. So here a reference number, like I could tell you, okay, let us assume we have an inquiry form. So in an inquiry form, the reference number by default, it should have some value. It shouldn't be changed, which means like it should be saved in a stack. So each time an inquiry comes in, the number will be incremented and it is not required for the person to add the number. Okay, so in that way, we can make a note of it over here. You could just keep a reference number. For example, like let us assume you are about to add a teacher's employee ID. So employee ID, you can make a type over here and you can give a prefix for it. And then you can give a running number, like how many, what is the present number should be go on and how many digit it should consist. So all those things you can just make a note of it, where the reference number will be saved in a stack and it will be auto incremented each time when it has been generated. For example, let us assume we have a purchase list. So purchase list number will be an unique number and it will get incremented, right? So in that case, you can just make a note, what should be the running number. So after prefix, how many like what should be the number and what is the number of digits it should contain. So those things we make a note in a sense, like we will requisite those details over here and we use it. Then comes the import student. Okay, so why we have brought this import student into picture is like adding a particular student, like adding a student one by one will be a difficult thing. So what you could do here, you could just download the template. You could, so the template will be having some format. In the same format, you have to list down the number of students. And then if you could directly import it over here. So what happens once you choose the file and import it, automatically the students list will be added and it will be shown. Henceforth, we have brought the import student over here in the setting. And once after the school setting, so once after all the settings is done, then we move on to the permission setting. So without doing the school setting, permission setting doesn't have any value in it. So once after doing the school setting, we come into the permission setting. So permission setting is like roles. In a particular school, we have multiple roles. Like for example, like teacher, staff, parent, driver, manager, accountant, and maintenance manager, or office boy or a clerk. So in that way, we have different roles, right? So all those roles, we make a note over here. So after adding the roles, then comes the permission. So as I told, we have both web application and also mobile application. So in order to give the permission on web application, we go permission. We have two things. Firstly, we will look into this permission. This permission is specific to the web application. And once you once you go into the permission, first we will be selecting the role over here. And for example, let me select a driver over here. So driver, he need not know about the exam score report or like fee report, or maybe like what language they acquire or inquiry. So all these things are not required by a driver. So what exactly a driver require is he is mainly involved on with the transport, right? So if you could come down, you could see multiple options over here. So here comes the transport. So as a driver, what does his application needs to be filled up with? So normally he is required to know about the route area, a route map, the vehicle payment, and the vehicle setup, right? So in this case, mostly driver may not have an option to add, edit, or delete any of the thing. Either he can view. So mainly he can view, that's it, right? So we provide this access to the driver. And if suppose, let us assume this driver is in charge for everything to add the area and delete it or something. So we give an option over here. So driver can add, edit, view, and delete. And also he could take the printout of that particular area, route area. So this is how we provide the permission, by checking on the roles. So based on the roles, we go on with the permission. We'll just go and save it. So what happens once the driver log in, so he may not be able to see the other options. He will be seeing only about the transport in his application. And a similar way, once we have done with the web application permission, here we go on to the mobile. So even in the mobile, we are sure like which are the features to be shown, which are the features we shouldn't show. So for example, here let us consider I'm just going with a parent. Okay, so in this case you could see, so parent is not required to know about the adding of the students attendance, right? So parent, she or he like just want to view it, that's it, right? So we just enable this option. And announcement, yeah, it is required. And you could see like leave approval, parent is not a person who's going to approve the leave. So his or her duty is just to apply for a leave, which means a request the leave. So in that case, this module is not required by them. And a similar way, the pay slip, which is highly important only by the admin and not by the parents. So in this case, like even the teacher attendance is not required by the parents. So they are always worried about their children attendance, right? So in this case, we just enable all those things, which means the teacher attendance, the reports, the pay slip, and the leave approval. So these module will be disabled on parent login on mobile application. Okay. So, and once you save it, it will be saved. So this is how we move on with the, the permission. And once after done with the permission, here comes the promotion. Promotion, if you are newly signed up to this application, it may not be required. But if we have already using this application, and once we promote from 1 year to the next academic year, so in that case, like this promotion history is required. So let us assume you have already using this application, and this year from 2021, you are moving forward ahead to 21-22. So in this case, you can just select the current academic year. Sorry, as of now, like you can just select the current academic year, the class and the section, and you could select the student who all are moving to the next year. So you could just select them, give the next academic year, the class, maybe from 5th to 6th, and the section. So this is like promoting the student from one year to the next year. So after the promotion, here comes the audit log. So here the audit log, which means like who has logged in and what was the action performed by them. So for example, now I have been logged in as a staff and my user ID, the IP address, and like either what I have done with the particular time and the date. Okay, so this will be shown so that if there is any issue later point. And then comes the module setting. So module setting is like, firstly, we come into the department. There are multiple departments. For example, we could tell like the teaching department, non-teaching department, accounts department, transport department, maintenance department. So if you have more departments, yeah, you could add it over here. Then we have the designation. See, the account department is one, but if you go there, there will be a cashier and there will be an assistant manager, which will be handling of the accounts of the school, right? So in similar way, in a non-teaching category, you could see there will be a multiple office boys or like multiple other roles which are taken up, maybe like the principal supporter. So in this way, you have multiple designations. So those designation you could give over here. Then nationality, since this application has has been started worldwide, the nationality is must over here based on like which nation they belongs to. Then you could make up the holiday list. So in a year, we will be having a predefined holiday list with us. So those holiday list, we can make a note of it over here. I'll just show you. See, the 26th is the Republic Day and 15th is an Independence Day. This is like a pre-defined holidays, right, by the government. So in that way, we can make a note of those leaves over here. Then the language. So when it comes to language, it tells about like what are the language in that particular country or in the nation or in the particular school we will be handling. So if the school is in Tamil Nadu, then it is clear like it will be having Tamil, Hindi and English. So if it is there in the Karnataka, then it will be having Kannada, Hindi and English. So if it is there in Andhra Pradesh, it will be having Telugu, Hindi and English. So in this way, you could just make a list of languages over here. Once after that language, here comes the parents. The parents, like we saw the importing of the students list, right? So similarly, this parent list, like whenever we go, we add a student. So the parent will be listed down under this parent list. So by clicking on here, you could see the list of parents, and you could also edit it over here. If you want to suddenly change the login name and a password of the parent, yeah, you could do it here in the parent. And if you want to add some other details, maybe the address, the permanent address or the temporary address to be changed. So all those things can be done under settings in the parent module. So parents details can be seen in the parents, and then the DMS. DMS is nothing but the document management system. So in a particular school, we have multiple documents which has to be kept in a separate folder. So those details, we can name it or file it and keep it over here. For example, let us assume in a particular school, class, the thesis has been collected. The soft copy of the thesis has been collected. You can just group it together and place it under a folder by naming it over here, 5th standard TC file. So in that way, we can handle multiple datas or multiple files under this document management system. So this is about the settings, what we handle. And once after installing the application, we move on to the setting and we will make all those settings over here. And then we make sure we edit the profile over here. So you could go here, you could check, you could add the profile pic over there, and the billing name, the billing address, the billing mail ID, what is the billing date. Then comes the either which type of currency are we going to use and what is the amount of it. And then we also add up the username and password over here and we save it. If you want to change the password, yeah, you could do by going and clicking on the change password. So this is what like we will be changing in the profile. And that's it about the settings part and the profile, changing of the profile over here. And maybe in the next coming session, we will look into each and every module in detail. Thank you all. Have a great day.